I wonder if that's like how Japanese kids in America like see us as hip Westerners. We're just like really gluttonous fiends that just eat a bunch, and it's just like the weebs that live here go to Japan and they like to eat sushi and like run around with toast in their mouths. Like that's what they think Japan is like. And when the kids come here, they're just like, oh yeah, In-N-Out, let me eat 40 burgers because that's what Americans do.
I mean, I'm a real American, man.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bad Melee Podcast. We're back. It's 2017. What? What do you want?
I wasn't ready.
It's fine. It's gonna be okay.
You had a solid like 35 seconds
on the fucking introduction.
I'm not doing a take two. That was the one, dog. That was all the juice I got.
Just like cut it off in the middle of it. You're like, hey, welcome to the Bad Man, and then you just cut right to the first story.
Okay, so we back. We booing. Gang's all here. Griffin is drunk, I think, laying on his bed. His mic, I've been screaming at him for the past 20 minutes to talk closer to it, and we'll see how he does. I really believe in him. I believe in the power of what he can do. But Zeke, what happened, dude? We were supposed to start like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, a cool minute ago. But I was at work, and I actually just tweeted about this. If you're on a week into the future. About how like monotonous 9-to-5s make me realize how bad I want to do other things with my life. So rather than like practice Melee, I just put myself through this repetitive hell where I show up to work and then they keep me on for much longer than I intend to be there. And I'm like, wow, you know what's better than this? Fucking shield drop up air. And then I think about winning Evo 2020 and then come home and drink Pepis and then I grind, dude. And that's been my life for the last couple months.
Let me ask you, if you didn't have a 9-to-5, would you be Pepising and grinding as hard as you do?
Yes, dude. Well, okay, maybe not.
Because it gives you perspective. Like, life could be terrible. I better take advantage of the time that I have, right?
Yeah. It's like a lot of people like to think, they're like, oh, if I had just more time on my hands, I would achieve the things that I want to. It's not. People just like to say that because you can't live in this utopian world. But really, if I had like more time, I'd probably just jerk off more and sleep and play JRPGs, and that's about it.
Yeah. Hey, here, brother. Here.
Preach.
So anyway, Zeke's back. He told his boss. We convinced him in the chat. We said, just do it. Just tell your boss what you feel. So he grabbed his face and he shoved it onto the grill and he grilled his boss's face off. And he said, "Don't ever keep me late again. I swear to God."
He was like, "No, I understand. I'm a big fan of the podcasting. Let me go." It was very nice.
It's a good thing I came back because he was a big fan of me.
Yeah.
He's like, when are you getting that Griffin fellow back on?
Offered that little bit of goodwill that made him not press charges.
He's also like, hey, what's Melee, by the way? I don't even know.
I've just been listening for that sexy Griffin guy's voice.
He's like, Indy, is that your middle name? Is that short for something? Is that
some kind of gay thing? Are you gay? It's okay.
Indy, more like Indy ass. Haha. And then he just starts laughing.
There's like Bears, Twinks, and then Indies.
He's still on the D's nuts joke from like 3 years ago. He's like, Indy's nuts, and then just spins his bow tie and moonwalks off stage.
Okay, so we booing. So the first thing we're going to talk about, one of you fuckers, one of you sons of bitches did it, and you found Hungrybox, and you fucking entered the dodgeball game that he was participating in, and you threw a goddamn cinder block at his hand, and you broke it.
I like to think that it was just like a person who like continually goes 1 and 2 at their locals in Florida. And they just saw Hungrybox casually spending a day with his family, and they couldn't find a cinder block conveniently, so they were just like, I'll opt to throw this dodgeball. Yeah. And the one good thing they did was hone into the fucking pointer finger and nail it directly to the point where it just shattered. And deep in his mind, nothing had come close to this achievement in this man's life. So thank you to whoever you were.
Thank you to whoever that operative in the field is that really came through.
The double agent.
I want to know if there was anyone that was in that dodgeball game that was just in their head just going like, I hope this affects his Genesis 4 performance. Like, I feel like there's some secret haters within the group.
No, like, they all ran over to help him, like, as he fell to the ground, writhing in pain. They're like, whoa, dude, I don't think you should go to Genesis. How you doing? And it's just like... That was their first thought. They ran up to him and like, yeah, you should probably cancel that flight to San Jose, dude. Let's go get you to the hospital.
Can you move it? Try moving it really hard. Like, just jerk it really hard.
Try moving it like a jumping pattern, or maybe like some back airs. Try doing that. No, it's broken, dude. It's broken. You got to cancel. Throw another dodgeball. Maybe it'll fix him.
So yeah. Someone was talking. I think it was you, Neeper. You saw there's a tweet. I guess he's done. He's not going.
No, I'm not Neeper, but I'm pretty sure he said he's gonna.
Is he gonna do the Leffen?
That's the best indirect compliment I've ever had.
He said he's gonna go.
Can we?
I think, and then just use his other finger, like use his middle finger or some shit.
This is my
Oh
chance.
God. Yeah, dude.
If there was ever a time for me to upset a god, it's Genesis 4.
Fuck yeah, dude. I wonder if he'll pull a Leffen and like start playing Mewtwo. Just like, I don't really care actually. Guess what?
Watch him just get better somehow using his fucking middle finger.
Just doesn't drop a game. So I don't know. I was trying to think like when he's fucked up his finger. What is this? It's like it's like in Happy Gilmore. You guys see that when he like fucked up his shoulder and he couldn't drive farther, and Shooter McGavin outdrives Happy Gilmore, and it's like everyone's like stunned, and he's like, guess I'm gonna win this one, Happy, you stupid idiot, or whatever. And I was like, that's just like what's happening. Except people liked Happy Gilmore because he was a protagonist. I don't think Hungrybox is a protagonist.
If I knew Happy Gilmore, I'd hate him.
I think we all would, but I'd like him from a sideline perspective. Who is the Happy Gilmore of Melee?
I wanted Shooter McGavin to win.
Why? What's the matter with you?
Jesus Christ.
Shooter McGavin looks like a date rapist.
He deserves the green jacket.
The gold jacket. You're done. You're done.
He deserves the green one. The gold one is for Happy, is what he's trying to say.
Wait, who would be the Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, who's the Happy Gilmore?
Happy Gilmore.
It had to be like a Falcon player, right? Someone that just.
I was gonna say West Balls.
Yeah, but West Balls like tries. Like a Happy Gilmore implies that they're
Happy
just.
Gilmore tries.
They hit really hard, and that's their greatest like tool, and they can't do stuff like putting, which would be like.
Oh, none.
None.
None are S2J.
I think it's S2J.
S2J. I guess edge guarding is like putting, so maybe he can't do that very well. So he's
Who's Shooter McGavin?
$100.
A short ethnic Shooter McGavin.
Someone looks like Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
that's
of it
my
too.
professor. Never mind.
Shooter
No?
Gonzalez.
Yeah. So I don't know. That'll be really funny if he loses to like. Would be like the funniest person he loses to at Genesis because of his finger.
Hacks.
No. Don't be
You're
cruel.
so ironic.
No, but
Just
like
broken down
like
heroes.
Fruit Loop just bodies him. And people are like
He beats literally everyone else, but it's like Fruit Loop was uniquely prepared for this. He knows exactly how to counterplay the middle finger hitting the Z button thing.
What is it? In the ping pong, the animation, he could like target on one side of the table just to like take advantage of the injury.
He like does certain things
Fruit
in the
Loop is
game.
just training just to fuck up like his one fucked up side, whatever it may be.
It's like if he back airs in this angle with his stupid finger, it'll really hurt, and then I'll win. That'd be actually godlike.
It should really hurt. I like how that's his strategy. It's not even to win in game, it's just to make him hurt.
Just to make him suffer. Someone, literally just messaged me on Facebook, all caps, says, "Yo, stop letting Ringler win things." Look, buddy,
Ringler is coming up in this world.
we all have that same thought, but the thing is, we can't stop him anymore. Like, we're trying. We're fucking trying. But he's doing it to us.
It was last year where he was just a fucking scrub lord 3000 and throwing his controller or whatever happened during that day.
Yeah.
And now he's going to Summit. He's getting voted into every Summit. I don't know how he's that popular.
Yeah, I think Ringler should go again. Yeah, he's pretty sick. So yeah, Hungrybox, whoever did it, I mean, I don't want to say thank you because that's cruel, right? But it's a very trivial injury, and it's Hungrybox, and it means that like if someone's gonna beat him, maybe, which is it's just really funny. Like the chaos element inside of me that just wants to see the world, kind of burn down. I appreciate that.
Chaos God Griffin desperately wants like some stupid shit to beat him. Like if Tafo beat him,
Jesus,
that would kill him. It's just it makes it. It's like that. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where Rocky beats Gary and the like cool snail, because it's just like no one expected Rocky,
right?
But it's not fun either because Patrick's an idiot.
Could Tafo become any more relevant in the scene nowadays? Because it's getting so annoying at this point.
He's like the center of. He's got his little dirty little tentacles in everything.
Everywhere.
He's now coaching Mango. Dude, did you guys see that? The meme? It was like Duck or Tafo now to coach Mango, and it was a picture of fucking Duck.
Duck.
It wasn't even a meme. It was like a legitimate Cloud9 post.
It was a fuck up. It was a goof. Oh my god, that was so funny.
As a member of Team Liquid, nothing brought me more joy than to see the competition just suffer.
Yeah, that's right.
For subconscious racism.
You know that.
It's like, who would they put for Mango? Who would they mix up and be like Blaya?
Jesus Christ.
It's like
Zeke. One of the Mango impersonator. Yeah, it probably would be me, dude. Unfortunately.
Duck and Zeke. It's like Tafo to coach Mango. What will this bring for the new season?
You know that scene in new Star Wars? Or I guess it's not the new one anymore.
Rogue One or Episode 7?
Episode 7, where Kylo Ren is very angry, but he wants to become more angry, and so he like punches his wound.
Yes.
Sometimes I have those moments where I need to like psych myself up, and I need to get angry. And what I do is I imagine Tafo looking me in the eye and making the Skeletor noise.
What's the Skeletor noise?
And
just like just like Tafo doing that in my face over and over. And I don't get. I'm not an angry person, but I just want to hit everything.
And he's like naked except for one pair of like Skeletor underpants that he's wearing.
What actually got me is I imagine him wearing like a really expensive scarf when it's hot outside. That's what, I don't know, something about that.
At what point do we say, Tafo, you got to work on yourself? Like, Tafo's fine. He's fine. Like, honest to God, he's doing a lot of good, if you want to call it that, for the video game, for the scene. But, like, at what point do we say, Tafo, your acting, your simple one line in that little Cloud9 video was so terrible, why don't you try? Like, why don't you be better at being, like, a camera presence if you're going to be in front of the fucking camera so much? I don't know. Maybe no one has a heart to tell him. I can tell for you. Like,
he does so much shit, but they're all in, like, personal roles. He's not behind the scenes doing the good stuff.
Yeah, he's the guy in front of the camera, and that's fine,
probably the worst one.
Like, of all the people to be doing so much, he has the worst camera presence. And I don't know, dude. Someone's got to sit him down. He needs a coach. I'll coach him.
No,
Slime to coach Tafo, and it's a picture.
No, I was teaching Neep how to do. I don't care what I was about to say. I'm curious now. What do you even do to coach Mango?
I don't know. Yeah. You just tell him, hey, don't do that. Hey, you know how you just you fucked up real bad and you did that stupid thing? Just don't do that one again. And Mango just nods and does it again.
It's like after you look over your own VODs, you see a bunch of shit that you didn't see in the moment. Like getting a fresh set of eyes on everything that you do for analysis. I think it could be really beneficial to anyone. Same reason why like Federer has a coach, I guess.
But does he need a jersey for that?
Yes. That's all. That's what it's a grift. That's all he wanted. He just wanted to be part of C9.
He wanted to be even more relevant. This is the year of Tafo for sure.
I know.
The year that Melee and Tafo become equally as large entities.
Yeah, they combine like in the what is it, human singularity in Evangelion, and just combines into one being. And we just call Melee Tafo now. Hey, dude, Tafo tournament coming up on Saturday. Dude, you wanna roll through? I can carpool.
I just wish the moon did it.
The moon did what? Coached Mango?
Everything.
Broke Hungrybox's hand and Coach Mango.
I wish the moon was and is all
someone
things.
Else. Like the moon talks rather than Tafo talks, where it's just 25 minutes. He's going, no, don't do that, my guy.
He's just like eating a Subway sandwich, just like.
Who do you think would be the funniest person to put in all of Tafo's roles? I think it would be Rudolph.
Yes, because he would always be sitting in his weird chair configuration, like in a Yahoo like esports video.
Can you imagine Rudolph?
That's him doing every. I think he just goes about his life in that stance. Like everything that he does at work, like in his cubicle, his boss has to set it up for him every morning. He's just like, "Oh, this guy's he's got the best numbers so far." So
he actually levitates in that position. Like you don't see it because the camera like pans away, but he actually just like gets up, like the gravitational pull relaxes, and he just floats upwards and drifts away like a balloon.
There was at Evo 2014 or 15. I was watching Smash 4 because my friend got drunk and entered it, and so I'm hanging out in the Smash 4 pools section, and it's pretty crowded. And someone in his pool. It was this disabled kid actually, and he had like a messed up body, and he had to lay down flat, much like Rudolph, but he had sort of a mobile configuration because I don't know, he had to live like that. And this kid actually bodied somebody. It was really funny and like heartwarming, to be honest, because like, yeah, you did it. And
just wanted to cheer for him.
Yeah, you're like, fuck yeah, dog. You're out here living. I can't even talk to girls. And so I just imagine like Rudolph has that same configuration, but it's only just because he's like a nut job. Like he's not disabled. He's just like, look, I just really like being like this. Like, can you?
Dude, it is at Paragon. I can't even say that definitively because I only really understood 3 words he said, and it was I believe In and Out.
Oh,
he wanted the burgers.
He's on the wrong coast, boy.
He wanted the burgers constantly. No, it was Paragon LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he just wanted give me the burgers.
he wanted burgers nonstop.
Feed me really burgers into my whole American lad.
And then actually, the only other times I heard him speak English was like the night that we got there. He just ran away from the room kind of, and so I was like, oh, I suppose I should. And I like followed Mac and his translator out, and he just sprinted over to this room where like Taj and I think Mac D and a couple other people were, and he goes, oh, he says the Japanese word for melee, and he just throws the door open basically, and he strikes a pose and he just shouts, "I'm Rudolph." And just this silence runs through, and Taj is like, oh, okay. And then they played teams, and it was.
I imagine that story ending. He slams the door open out to the venue, and he just like folds into his configuration and just like levitates off the ground and flies into the sunset.
No, dude, this wasn't into the venue. This was the hotel room. He just walked over to a hotel room like down the hall from us and did it.
Is he just like absolutely crazy, but none of us can tell because we don't speak Japanese? Like, honestly, I bet when he speaks Japanese, he's just saying like, horse potato, I'm 7 men in a suit. Everyone just kind of deals with it. Like, yeah, I think he just said hello. What's up, dude?
He definitely could have. I know when they got me from the airport, I tried for like 7 seconds, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, Rudolph? I'm Griffin." And he just goes,
You're like, "Oh, yeah, that's normal."
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah. And he says like, "I'm Rudolph," and then his translator said, "He said I am Rudolph." And for whatever reason, I said the Japanese word for like okay or yeah or whatever. So I'm like, hi. And then he just looks at me. He just fucking stares at me for like 6 seconds. And then he just goes, ugh? And then doesn't look at me for the rest of the ride.
Wow. That's so weird.
I don't know. You could ask Mac. I don't know. Mac speaks Japanese.
It reminds me of so in Dota 2 they have Chinese teams that are they're 5 Chinese guys and they play Dota and they speak no English. And so there's often translators to do like the post-player interviews and stuff. And it's so funny because back in like early Dota 2, they really didn't have like bona fide translators, so it was just honestly just like a Chinese guy with like a ponytail and a t-shirt that they looked like they just like grabbed out of the audience. And he spoke like flawless English and obviously understood Chinese, but it was like these people in suits and then the players in their jerseys and then just like Chris. And it was just so funny. It was just like the middle of them like, he says that they really wanted to try to farm more and then try to take an aggressive early game. And it's like, okay, buddy, like let's get you a jersey or something. You look you look a little awkward. Can't wait till we get there with Melee. So yeah,
come on, Samox.
So Tafo, I'm gonna coach you. I'm gonna make an infographic, and that'll be really funny. I'm gonna do like Ty and
Taj,
Ty and Taj, both of them, and it just says slime to Coach Mango or slime to Coach Tafo. So what else were we gonna talk about? Melee HD. Somebody asked Griffin on Twitter to ask us about that. Pretty sounds pretty gay. If you ask, if I was 14 and if I was 14 in the year 2017, that's what I would say. So that you got my opinion on it.
She's like, I didn't say it now. If I was 14,
if I was 14, it'd be super gay.
You know what would be like really funny?
What? Griffin.
Is if Melee HD came out and the only difference in the world was an extra like 0.025 frames of lag and the community still gets split somehow because of it.
Well, I mean, I can see that happening. Well, I mean, that's not that bad, right? You know what it would suffer for would be dashbacks. People would lose their shit. People are already quitting the game over dashbacks.
Because of Yeti?
Because of Yeti.
Yeah.
He can't do what he wants. Armada would be like, I can't fucking do this. I can hardly dash back as it is. You telling me there's additional lag?
I think this is going to get to a point where there's the Magus code, whatever his name's pronounced that like fixes dashbacks. That would be so fucking dank.
That would be pretty dank. But as far as like Melee HD, I think if it's like a direct port, if like speedrunners are already familiar with the idea that Virtual Console isn't the same as like N64 or whatever, like for Ocarina of Time. So there are definitely like things that could go wrong, and it is going to be pretty funny, I think, to watch it all unfold in front of our eyes. Because, like Griffin said, it could be anything. It could be like Falco has a pixel of like hair above his beak that's like different, and people are like, "Oh, fuck this, fuck it." You know what I mean?
I don't think it would do that because PAL exists, right? And like we're not exactly up in arms about which versus which. We just use both.
That's because it's regionally locked.
Yeah, I would say that's the big difference. But that is a good point, though.
Use PAL, you'd just be stuck. Like you'd have to go move to fucking, I don't know, Commyville or whatever.
It is interesting how we just deal with PAL, though, and also that the biggest tournaments in the world are NTSC, and it's like the world has to deal with that. It's like, sorry, dudes, like. We're America. We ran this shit for a while. It's such an interesting dynamic. Like we all just kind of decided this is how it's going to be, and you got to deal with it. I don't care what you say. Also because of the regions.
Also because of the fucking TVs. Like transportating CRTs like cross nation is fucked up, right? I don't know. You can only have those regional tournaments with the specific.
Yeah. I have a question. Did Mango's cruise ever happen? Remember when he first started streaming, that was like his sub goal meme? It was like, hey, 2,000 subs, get the Mango sub cruise. We're all going to go on a cruise, boys. Did that happen? Neeper.
No.
Neeper, you're a sub. He's got a bracelet on right now.
Neither did Mango
Allie
Juice.
wears it to sleep.
Neeper, where's your mango bracelet?
Also did not.
It's in Pomona under the fucking like bed of mine because I think my cat dragged it under there.
His mango sheets.
I almost
Under
the
my
mango W.
sponsored bed.
my Cloud9 headboard.
Painted by hand.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is like, how funny would that be? As like a Smash tournament that's on a fucking cruise, like a national size Evo level thing on a fucking boat in the middle of the Atlantic. Like how I don't know. Someone would die. Mike Hayes would topple over the side rail drunk and almost drown.
Oh yeah.
Who do you guys think the like secret heavy drinkers are? Who do you think would be the one?
We've done this before, and I remember you accurately called out Swedish.
I was gonna say Swedish too, but it's not as like low key anymore. He's just blatantly an alcoholic.
Right? Yeah, but
wasn't Swedish?
Really?
It was about a year ago.
In a frat, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was about a year ago. Griffin hard read that, and
dude, come on! Look. There are few things in this world that I know better than anyone. I call them like I see them.
It's right, you do.
Hang on, fill me in on the deets because I am totally in the dark.
Just
on
like
this.
like a podcast like a year ago, Griffin was like, we were talking about who are sleeper alcoholics, and he was like,
"Do we really talk about
I bet Swedish is," and totally was. Yeah.
Sick.
Well, what happened with Swedish? Like, was it a public thing or what?
He took a shit on stage and he jerked off on the fan. And he just beat off right on his face, and this kid was like devastated, and it was a huge thing, but they kind of squashed it. So.
That doesn't sound that bad, honestly.
No, I don't know.
I do that at the Cal Poly weeklies on the daily.
On the reg.
We were just talking about how Makoto, being our direct translator and friend of Rudolph, would tell us stuff as he was saying it, and it still made no sense in the context which we were at. And we were all just at the mall with like Rudolph, and Delaney speaks Japanese, so she like kind of understood what he was saying but didn't talk to him in Japanese. So I had like two sources of direct translation, and it still made no sense to me about what thoughts ran through his head.
No, see, he was so off the wall. Like, Mac would say something, he's like, oh yeah, he wants to get food. And then his like translator, who's also from, I don't remember where in Japan he's from, would also say something that he was asking for. And he'd like look back at Mac and he'd be like, how many people can sit on an airplane? Rudolph wants to know. It's like, what? Or just like, that was never an actual question, but it'd be shit like that, where it's like, how many cars do you think there are? It's like in general, or
no, that's how it was. We were all at the hotel, and like Rudolph wasn't even around us, and I was just on like a friendly setup with Makoto, and he's just like, "Yeah, Rudolph really likes Subway." And I was just like, "Yeah, he does."
It was like Rudolph wants to know if you guys think that ghosts are real.
Rudolph wants to know your top 3 scary movies in no particular order. He's just asking the most miscellaneous questions.
So I guess we're not going to talk about Melee HD because it's there's nothing to talk about.
All roads lead to Rudolph.
I don't think it's going to be like consequential in any way. If they fuck it up, then people just aren't going to go to it. If they do it, fine. Then okay, it's a new system to do.
I gotta buy an NX. I gotta explain to my dad that I'm 26 and I'm buying Nintendos still.
Call them all the Nintendo, and then you finally buy a Nintendo. He's like, "Hey, you're playing your PC again, aren't you?
You're playing your PlayStation." My dad still calls the remote the control. He just calls it pass the control, and I'm like, "You old bitch, stop talking like that."
Mine call it the clicker.
Oh, that's such a dad thing to call it. Holy shit. That's a white dad. Give me the clicker, son. I need to put on ESPN. I need to put on HGTV. Your sister fucked up the kale chips last week. I can't have that happening again.
We're going to watch Ida at home so we can find out how to make those real kale chips. Not that shit that your sister's pumping out of the kitchen. She wasted all of our sea salts. A reality TV show calling it like house neeping or something like that. I think that'd be pretty good.
Read 'em and neep.
It would just be 8 hours of me being in my room and then like occasionally coming out to do,
the cameraman would like peek through the crack in your door and all the lights would be up and he'd be talking to the microphone. He'd be like, "Get out of my room!" And like it just pans over to your mom and she's like doing some white mom thing where she's just knitting and your dad's reading the paper.
Neefer, does your dad still read the paper?
Of course he does. Every morning, dude. With his fucking oatmeal in hand.
He wakes up at like 4 a.m. every breakfast. Morning. Actually, yeah, he does. Because every time I get up in the morning, there's the paper.
You hear that shit? You hear that shit rustling, my dude? Just fucking, he shakes that shit out, dude.
Eating scraps to the dog with like one leg folded over. He's already in full work attire. Oh my god, it sickens me how vivid I could picture this family.
It's the filthy, like, shining neon Americana, like, just in our brains that we were taught
the American dream.
My dad reads the paper, and when he was visiting, he didn't throw them away, just stacked them up. So it started to look like a fucking hoarder's cove. Just, like, newspapers and, like, books everywhere. I'm like, God, you're old.
Everything in the house was paper mache made by previous day's papers.
I made us some spoons because I know you didn't have any spoons.
I made spoons out of the fucking sports section today.
Yeah, he got mad that I didn't have any actual silverware. I just have plastic stuff because I'm a degenerate. Like, you need some forks in here. Like, all right.
Just the two polar opposite lifestyles. All brought together by Melee. It's actually kind of beautiful.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, what are our New Year's resolutions? I mean, last time we talked about what we think would happen in general, but what are our personal resolutions for 2017, Melee or otherwise? Mine is to not die in Trump's nuclear war. That's number one.
That's a good one, yeah. Yeah. Priority numero uno.
But what about you guys?
Yeah, what's yours, Garrett? Please just show us all up with your actual fathomable goals.
Yeah, what is yours, Griffin?
Wake up. He just got up.
He was napping.
Having a nom flashback.
What was the question?
Welcome back. What is your New Year's resolution?
Be able to handle more liquor
for 2017.
Finish
this fucking brew, and then just slams a bottle on the ground and shatters.
Finish this sentence.
Wait.
He's just done. He like hangs up from the Discord.
Just fucking something with a punctuation mark at the end. like in general or for Melee?
Either or is what I said before you were sleeping. It's okay.
I don't have one in general.
You honestly don't. When 2018 rolls around, what do you want to say? I'm glad I did that.
My New Year's resolution for Melee, I have a few.
Okay.
I want to become a prolific troll on the Smash subreddit. I want to get an alternate
that's a good one.
Dedicated to that and just see how much shit I answer. And then the sub goal within that is to see if I can get a community figure to take my thing seriously and then make a 140 character or less think piece on Twitter about it.
Hell yeah.
I want to become an urban legend around the
you should want to talk louder.
Lawrence, Kansas, around the I want to become an urban legend around the Lawrence and Kansas City Smash scene.
In what capacity?
I don't know.
Are you going to J.O. in the bathroom and just like...
That's not an urban legend. That's a sex offender.
Same thing.
Those are different things. Those aren't the same. The third thing is... Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a fake world record, and I'm going to become the world record holder.
Yeah?
And I'm just going to get a bunch of those. So I'm going to be like the fastest person to complete event number 23 with Mario with 3 fingers raised on my left hand and just post it on the Smash. I'll do that on my alt account.
Right.
Now it'll be too obvious. Oh well. And I'll just constantly post this shit until they ban me. world records in Melee.
Just like every day, it's like, guys, broke another world record. I stood on one foot and I beat Bowser using only rest in adventure mode.
And then eventually just like make a post, like a self post, just praising yourself, saying how you have the most world records in the community and how
I actually have the world record for most world records. Yeah, I'll do that.
Keep an eye out.
And then I'll become the best. And then I'll become someone's coach.
Yeah, and then someone will throw a cinder block at your hands.
And then we will have gone full circle.
It's one of our old fans. They're mad that you sold out, and they're just like, just break your fucking hands off. Okay, Nieper, how about you?
In terms of Melee, like a serious goal is kind of I see a kind of drawn out path in which I need to take to get better at this game. Like everything's starting to become a little bit more clear. I don't know how cloudy that's going to become, but I'm going to work at it really hard and like practice tech skill every single day like a fucking try-hard bitch.
You used to. I remember those days.
Yeah, that was my come up days, and then all of a sudden I just stopped for some reason. I don't know. But on the less serious side is I still don't want to attend any tournaments, and I just want to become the most hidden legend.
That's like saying I want to get really good at baseball, but never play it. like
when I play
never
net
play a
play,
baseball game. God.
When I play net play, I have no interest in playing like randoms. I just want to play my friends. That's like all I care about because that's who I thrive against, and I play exceptionally against, and I get the dank ass combos against the random people. I feel like I have to just win, so I don't do those things, and it's boring.
That's on you, bitch. You know what I do on netplay? I moonwalk. I moonwalk everywhere. It's all I do. I'm just saying, there's two ways to look at the world. One is while looking backwards while moving, facing the other way.
Well, my play is, I wouldn't say, it feels a little bit more abstract to just like doing a moonwalk and then following up on that, but it just feels I feel like the chains are just loosened when I'm playing someone I'm used to, and I can just go all out and not be a bitch, and it's not unsafe either too. Whatever.
Okay. Zeke, what's your resolution, my dude?
For Melee, locally I want to be top 5 in Colorado, which shouldn't be too hard because it's only like another 3 spots up, but I just have to be more consistent. And then regionally or nationally, I want to get a top 96 at a national, which is kind of rough.
That is actually super rough.
But I think I could do it. I think I just have to put in the work at both of those regards, and I'll achieve all my goals and become Hokage.
I don't listen to hip hop. That's cool. So, okay. So, what I want to do is I want to shit on a SoCal ranked player that's not Alex19 or Kira. Sorry, Kira. And I want to shit on them in SoCal. And I want it to be on stream. I want a single moment of glory where I just take a dump on somebody on the SoCal PR, and that'll be it. Then I can just die. I can ride off. I can fold up like Rudolph does and just jet off into the atmosphere.
Yeah, I probably want to drink more Pepis this year, ideally. Drink at least 3 times as much Pepis as was ingested in the last year.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, a real actual Melee thing that isn't being a little pansy and playing more is just getting one of those just sick matches, and you have your homies around you and they're cheering you on, and it's just
you got to go to tournaments for that. Okay, so yeah, that's
not wrong.
I don't know what else. What's the email prompt for the viewers, boys? We don't have any emails this week because we didn't ask anything, and all the emails were just, did you guys see about Tafo and Mango? And the answer is yes, we did. So what do we?
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's
fell
true.
back asleep. Tafo! Like in the middle of a Tafokints induced nightmare.
Okay, what's the email prompt?
Or
Prompts.
New Year's resolutions. Whoa.
Yeah. What are your...
email prompt. Okay, if you had to all right. Let's see. you're the one person in the Smash community that you're on a football field and you put them at the 50-yard line and you are at the goal line and you get to sprint at them as fast as you can and then just fucking blow them the hell over. Actually, so we'll say it's you're at the goal line, they're at the 25. We couldn't have you run all 100 or all 50 yards. And you run at them as fast as you can and you just bulldoze them. Who is the one person in the Smash community you would most want to do that to? The one opportunity to just like fucking rock'em sock'em robots at full speed.
Just take their fucking head clean off.
50 yards? It's a lot of buildup. A lot of people would play.
Yeah, that's why you put it back down to 25. Okay, yeah. So who do you want to do serious, violent bodily harm to on a football field in the Smash community? That's like your
funnily.
Hungrybox is off limits,
right? Because you wouldn't.
Yeah, no obvious ones. You stupid. I don't give a shit that you want to run into Hungrybox. You and every other fucking shitter on the internet wants to do that. Tell me something cool.
Company included.
Tell me about how much you want to just fucking sprint into and then ruin Slox's life. Like just something like that.
Poor
like
Wizzy and his gunner gaming glasses crack on the way down.
The poor guy. I actually feel bad for him. He's just such an innocent kid.
I don't feel bad for him. Dude's made like $30,000 in the last year just fucking playing video games. He can get all the gunner shades he wants.
Well, I don't feel bad for him. It's just like...
Hold on, really fast. Who would you guys want to sprint into? Mine would be, if I had it my way, it would be Zoso because I would have him.
Dude, that's my hero.
I'd have Zoso face the other way. And then when I was 10 yards away, I would go, "Oh my God, is that Ed Sheeran?" And then he'd turn around, and then I just fucking boom, and he just Google a picture of Zoso, everyone, in case you.
Mine would be.
You don't know.
I would just run head on into a bait, but I would slow down at the end of it
and go to a hug,
and I would just embrace him, and he just hold me in his just big strong arms. And I just feel safe for like just a fraction of a moment, and I would just feel comfort for one more time in my life. What about you?
Leffen. I just want to fucking destroy that kid. I want to go and pick him up and just
built like a rock, and you like bounced off.
I heard he is like 6 something, but
yeah, no, he's
tall. Oh no, he's lanky as fuck. Dude's like a fucking palm tree, just dangly. His like limbs are made of bananas.
I have this.
What, Indy? Who would you tackle on the field?
No, you're not tackling them. You're not wrapping up. You're like Ed Reed, and you're like
you're lowering the shoulder, and you're plowing them.
Yeah.
Naked.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. I think indisputably it'd be Fendrick Lamar 10 times out of 10.
Dude, I was thinking that too, but I was gonna do the abate joke, but with Fendrick Lamar. But yeah, no.
I was gonna say either him or Alex 19, but Alex 19 would more be like a chest bump.
Yeah.
Fendrick, he would probably just absorb the blow like really well. Like
and so Zeke can like preserve his like moral high ground. He's like, I didn't actually hurt him.
Yeah. He had the cushion for the.
He's fine.
Okay, email us your violent fantasies. We will be constantly moving Neeper in and out of the voice channel for fun while you do so. Thanks. Good night.